Here's Slippery Rock head coach Shawn Lutz, a 49-0 shutout over Millersville to get to 3-0 on the year. Pretty impressive performance, 42-0 in the first half. Your starters on the offensive side only played one series in the third quarter, and defensively, really, your starters only played one or two series in the third quarter too, and then your twos and threes kind of went in there and still preserved that shutout on defense. So just overall thoughts on tonight's performance.
I like the way we started. You know, last week down 10-0. We had a great crowd tonight. I really appreciate the community, the student section, Rock Rowdies. A great atmosphere tonight. But we started out strong at the beginning. Millersville shot themselves in the foot. We created a couple turnovers, and we pretty much cruised. And for us to get a defensive shutout when you're playing second-team guys throughout the whole second half, that's really hard to do. But give credit to the whole football team. You know, Roland's rolling, 6 touchdowns, and Litwin win, and then Sweeting. How about his night tonight? Was awesome. It was just a great overall performance tonight.
Now you mentioned the receiving core there. It's been Henry Litwin and Jermaine Wynn really the first 2 games, and then tonight you cover one of those guys up and sink you Sweetings all alone. 6 catches, 185 yards, and 3 touchdowns. How do you defend that offensive attack with those 4 receivers that you put out there?
Pray for rain, okay, cold, things like that. So they're as good as it gets. I mean, right now, let's just face it, Roland is throwing one of the best deep balls that I've seen in a long time, and he's just accurate, 21 of 26, and those guys are just playmakers. It's going to be tough to defend us, but yeah, rain, snow, what have you, but we just got to continue to keep working hard, but they're electrifying in all areas.
And you mentioned Roland again, 21 of 26, 369 yards, 6 touchdowns, only played 1 series in the third quarter. Incredible to think of the numbers he could put up if he was playing full games here, because he really hasn't played a full game yet in your first 3. But over 1,100 yards, 16 touchdown passes, and no turnovers so far for your starting quarterback. Those are prolific numbers at any level, no matter who your opponents are. Just talk about what you're getting out of Roland Rivers.
It's too early still to talk about Harlan Hill. That's the Heisman Division II, but if he keeps it up, he's going to be in that conversation. And the thing he said he's the proudest about is no interceptions. And just think we played him in entire third, fourth quarter and stuff like that, and it's amazing. He throws a deep ball, but the biggest thing he does, we all know this, you think you have him dead to center in the backfield, he improvises, either scrambles for a first down or looks downfield and throws it. It's just him understanding the system a lot better. Year 2, I know we have a new offensive coordinator, but him just throwing that ball, we're a big play team because of the arm he has, for sure.
And it seems early on, you really haven't got the ground game going too much, but it seems like defenses have really loaded the box and tried to take away the run and almost said, hey, if we're going to lose, we're going to have to lose by Roland Rivers' arm. And I mean, you've got to love that on your sideline when you see them load 6-7 guys in the box like that. You've got to love what that does with your receiving core. Are you concerned about the running game, or are you just taking what the defense gives you right now?
You said it right, just taking what the defense gives you. I don't know why people are crowding the line of scrimmage right now. I'd be trying to defend those guys in the back end and daring you to run the football. But we do know that needs to get better. So we got to improve in that area, and we will. And we start PSAC West, Seton Hill on the road. So we just got to get better ourselves, John. That's really the main thing with us. But overall, I like where we're at. We were a little bit better, not having a lot of penalties. I know it says 12 for 88, but a lot of those were towards the end of the game. So I kind of thought we played a clean and more disciplined
a couple delay of games and some little mental things too, not so much on the field stuff this week as opposed to last week. Real quick, we'll just talk about the defense tonight. Obviously the shutout performance, again with the 2s and 3s kind of getting in there, playing most of the second half and still being able to preserve that shutout. I know that was big for those guys coming off the field. That meant a lot to them to get that 0 on the scoreboard. Just talk about your defensive effort tonight.
I think everything we did tonight, we were just so much a step faster. It just seemed like that we were playing a higher speed than what their offense was, and guys looked pretty confident. They knew they couldn't run the football, and they had a young quarterback. So we have a veteran defense, so they've really stepped it up 2 weeks in a row, and it's really good to see those young guys get in a Shane Schuback, a Javon Lang, and make some plays out there. 7 sacks tonight, 23 yards rushing on 26 attempts, whatever you saw it, but the bottom line is 0. That's hard to stop. It's hard to get a shutout. I'm really happy for Coach Rosano's staff and the defensive football team.
And next week we move into the PSAC West play. You went 7-0 last year to win the Western Division. Wow. It's obviously difficult to do that every year. It's one of the difficult things to do is to try and run the table in the PSAC West. Where's the focus of the team heading into Seton Hill?
Hey, PSAC West, that starts conference play, but again, I'm not just saying this. Our practice is going to be everything to us. We go up against our offense each and every day in practice. We got to get better. It's about us getting better, and we're still haven't played our best football yet. So we're going to get better. We're going to patrol what we are, but anytime you go on the road to Seton Hill, it's going to be tough, but we'll be ready to play.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, John, and go Rock.